Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I always love putting together this video every single year because I have time to kind of reflect and think about my absolute favorite purchases from 2022. So I'm super excited to share with you guys my top 10 luxury purchases from last year. So if you want to check out what made my top 10 list, definitely keep watching. For those of you who might be new, thanks so much for checking this out. I'm a full-time working mom, but in my spare time I really love making these videos on fashion, beauty, mommy lifestyle, a little bit of luxury, and reselling as well. So if those kind of things sound at all interesting, definitely check out my other videos linked down below, and please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching another video. Okay guys, so I've done this I think only for the past year or so, but I love putting together these year in review best purchases. It gives me some time to reflect on what really worked for me in the past year and what didn't. So although I am just a shopper in general, I love trying out different products, all different categories, not only luxury. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to focus my top 10 list on just my luxury purchases from 2022 and hopefully give you guys some ideas of what may work out for your lifestyle as well. So obviously, since these are luxury purchases, a lot of thought and consideration in general goes into every single one of these decisions to purchase. However, as you'll hear about, there are a few purchases throughout the year that I definitely do on a whim. I'll tell you a little more about that. And surprisingly, they actually turn out to be one of my top purchases for the entire year. So those are always kind of fun as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you my top 10 lists. I did try to categorize them into types of items for you in case you're interested. And I have a nice variety of different luxury items that I tried out this year. 2022 was a good year for me in terms of luxury purchases, probably too good, such that I need to try to rein it in a little bit for 2023 and make my purchases a little bit more thoughtful and consider them a little bit more and try to limit my budget just a touch, I would say. But last year, it was a good year, at least for me. Alright, so I'm going to get started in the fragrance category, and I've always loved fragrances. If you follow me at all, you will know that I work as an oncologist in a clinical setting. So in the workplace, I do tend to wear a little fragrance, but it's a very fresh fragrance usually. I will talk about my favorites regarding those scents at a later date. But when I'm off work, going out with friends, going out to dinner, I do like to mix up my fragrances quite a bit. I try to purchase 1 or 2 fragrances every new season because I just love trying new ones out. So by far, my number one new luxury purchase for 2022 when it comes to fragrances was one that you have definitely seen before, but it's the MFK Baccarat Rouge 540. So believe it or not, I have not tried this out prior to this past year. I've heard so much hype about it. Wasn't sure it was really worth it. I got the smaller version, as you can see here, but it is still pricey for the smaller version as well. But the packaging alone, you can see, is just so beautiful and luxurious. And it has the classic spray tip on the smaller version. And you can see in the back there, beautiful details. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous bottle to leave on your vanity as well. But definitely a standout favorite for me. The notes are described as amber for sure, and there's a woody scent in addition to a touch of floral. So just perfect for this time of year. I absolutely love this. But what's really amazing about this as well is the staying power, and a couple of spritz really will last for days and days. I can still smell it on my items for days and days afterwards. So a little goes really a long way. So I'm really loving this particular perfume for this past year. Alright, so the next category is luxury shoes, and I will say that I don't have a very large collection of luxury shoes just yet, but that's one of my goals of 2023 is to try to slowly expand my luxury shoe collection and then downsize my other shoes in my closet because I have quite a few of them. So this year, my standout favorite for luxury shoe purchases was something from Hermes, which is going to be no surprise to any of y'all. But it is my beautiful Oran sandals in the color gold. So again, something that people have seen everywhere. It's definitely something that is not unique, something that most people who love luxury have, I will say. But 2022 was the year when I decided to first try the Orans out. Love it. I think that this is such a classy looking sandal, and it's very versatile because you can dress it up or dress it down. For me, at least, it's comfortable. It's true to size. So I just think this adds so much to your outfit. It's such a classic staple in your collection or wardrobe. And it's perfect for travel because, again, it can go casual, but you can also dress it up to some extent. I have worn this quite a bit, I will say, and I did have to break it in just a little bit. This area did rub a little bit and cause a blister at first, but now it's quite comfortable and worn in a little bit. It's held up pretty well, as you can probably see on the insole. On the outsole, I'm trying not to touch it obviously, but on the outsole, it is dirty because it's a shoe. And I don't wipe it down every single time because, I mean, who really has time for that, I'll say. But I did protect it with this sole guard protector, as you may be able to see. And I did a whole video on this sole guard application process and my initial impressions, which I'll link down below if you want to check it out. Not sponsored by any means, by the way. But I decided to try to add that little sole guard to see if it helped out. And I think it does. It's still on there. It's this little clear plastic film. And I think it does protect the shoe for up to 10 wears, I think it says. So it's a pretty easy thing to do. You can easily purchase them inexpensively. So that's what I decided to do, especially because it's a light colored leather. The darker sole shoes, I don't really care that much, but the lighter ones, I want to protect as much as possible. So obviously, I've worn this thing, as you can see, but it's, for me at least, definitely a great purchase of last year. I definitely will be adding more colors. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to jewelry. And again, I absolutely love jewelry, as you all probably know. I love all kinds of jewelry, fashion, in addition to fine jewelry as well. So this year's standout fashion jewelry favorite from 2022, I should say, is from Dior, and I did pick this up in Hawaii, where you do get a little bit of a discount shopping there. So this is my beautiful tribals, or tribalis, I think it's spelled, earrings from Dior, but this is a relatively newer style, I believe, but absolutely love these. So here's the version that I picked out. It's the beautiful pearl classic detail, but it has the little antiqued gold CD right here. So I love these, and this was definitely a surprise for me. This is a little bit bulky to wear, obviously, but for me they're pretty comfortable, and I don't like heavy earrings, so I thought these worked very well. I surprisingly was able to use this so much. I wore this to a couple of weddings last year, also casually just going out. I think it's just an amazing look and very, very versatile. I love the little CD dangle as well. And again, surprisingly not super heavy. So I was very impressed with these earrings. I think it's just a unique look, and one that you just don't see every day in general. So totally love these. Definitely worth the splurge. All right, so my next jewelry item that made my top 10 list of last year's best purchases, you have also seen when I went to Hawaii and picked this up, and it's my beautiful love ring from Cartier that I wear on the middle finger of my right hand. So this ring is the wedding band style, so it's a little bit thinner compared to the original love band ring, but I really liked this more daintier piece. I have it in the rose gold. It's 18 karat rose gold. And I'm hoping to stack this as well. I'm thinking of different ways I want to stack it, so if you have ideas for me, comment down below. But I think this is the perfect stackable ring, which is why I went for the wedding band size, which again is a little bit thinner. So I've had this ring for several months now, not quite enough time to do a full detailed review, but stay tuned for that in the near future. But as you can see, it's this beautiful rose gold love design. It is dirty. I've not cleaned it since I got it, honestly, and there are a ton of scratches. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful shiny ring, and I love the hint of the rose gold. Super comfortable. In fact, I wear this every single day. I essentially have not really taken it off except when I apply lotion and things like that, but I wear this to sleep, I wear this in the shower, I wear this in the ocean, in the pool water, and it holds up really, really well. So definitely a nice little treat that I picked up last year from Cartier, and one that I am for sure going to be stacking in the near future. All right, so my next two jewelry picks kind of go together hand in hand. They are from Van Cleef & Arpels. No surprise to you if you watch this channel because you see it on me on every single video since I picked these up. And I picked these up about a year ago actually, so I think I've tried them out enough to put together a formal review, so stay tuned for that in the near future. I will definitely be doing so. But the first item here I wanted to point out is my beautiful VCA vintage Alhambra guilloche in the 18 karat yellow gold. And the next piece is its companion here, which is the pendant. So you will probably have seen on this channel about a year ago exactly where I unboxed both of these. I first picked up the bracelet in the boutique and had to have it sized, and I talk about that a little bit in that video in case you're curious. And then I had it shipped to my home. I loved it so much I instantly texted my sales associate and said, oh, can I get the pendant as well? So I got these about a year ago to the day, and I have not honestly taken either of these off since that time. Literally have worn it through everything: sleep, shower, go in the pool, go in the ocean. I work out in these, I go to work in these. Do not take these off. So these have held up, in my opinion, extremely well, especially considering how I really abuse these items and put it through so much. I have not yet officially cleaned them either, as you will see in some of these close-up shots. One of these days I do have to do that, but you know, I figure it's something to use and enjoy. It's not terribly dirty where it's embarrassing, such that I just let it go and I don't worry about cleaning it so often. I definitely need to. If you have tips on how to do that in a great, easy way that works, please let me know. But you'll see there's a lot of little bits that collect in here as expected. As you probably heard on reviews of this bracelet, it definitely scratches as well. It's nowhere near as shiny as when you first unbox this, but really what fine jewelry is. So I don't have high expectations that these items are gonna last in terms of the shininess for that long when you wear it every single day. But you know, that's part of wear, I think. So absolutely love this piece. As you can see, I added it to my Cartier stack, and I was really looking for something that added some texture to my stack, and this fit the bill. I wear it right here closest to my hand on the stack. I love this particular positioning of it, and it's very comfortable. There are some cons which I will share in my review video, but overall super pleased with this purchase. Likewise with this pendant as well, I stack it as you will see with other necklaces and chains, but it is held up super well. This is attached, so it doesn't freely float on a chain in case you're curious, but I like that because it weighs it down such that the clasp does not come in the front like other necklaces. But both of these 24/7 wear, held up super well. So here is the beautiful guilloche bracelet. It's the vintage size of the Alhambra line, and you can see, in my opinion, it's still pretty sparkly, but it's not nearly as sparkly as when you first purchased this. There's definitely scratches, and there's definitely some need for cleaning here, but it's the 5 motif bracelet, super shiny. It has the regular clasp as you can see here, but I really love this particular piece. Would purchase it time and time again, no question. And then here is the pendant up close. So I just really love this look as well. I think it stacks really easily. Again, I just love how it's low maintenance. You don't have to take it off. That's probably my most favorite feature of this beautiful pendant, but just really love this particular set. Definitely standout favorites. Probably my most favorite of the entire year. Okay, so now I'm going to move into handbags, and this is probably my #1 love. I mean, in every category I'm saying how I love jewelry, I love shoes, I love fragrances, but really I love handbags. And yeah, I added quite a bit to my collection this year, so it was a little bit hard for me to pare down my true top favorites. But I tried to pick out my favorites in different types of styles of handbags. So I have 4 bags to share with you, and that will round out my top 10 list for 2022. The first bag to share with you guys, you have definitely seen in other videos, no surprise, but that's what a favorite is. And it's my favorite travel bag. I just put together a review of this bag and I will link it below in case you want to check it out. But it's the beautiful Saint Laurent Rive Gauche tote in this slightly newer, smaller size compared to the original larger tote size. This for me is my absolute favorite 2022 hand carry travel bag. I talk about this in a lot of detail in the review video, which I won't get into now. Needless to say, I do talk about how when I put this through the TSA conveyor belt and took it out, I noticed a huge black tarry line down the front of this bag. I kid you not. I almost had a heart attack, but I got a baby wipe that had on me and quickly rubbed this off, and I mean, you can't even tell. So that's really what made me fall in love with this for travel. It's super low maintenance. It's not obviously the best quality bag, but that's what you want for travel. It's a canvas bag, and it's lightweight. It secures at the top with these buttons. So in my opinion, for this price point, this is one of my standout favorites. It's definitely a luxury item with good quality, but super, super convenient bag to travel with. All right, next up is a bag that is one of those purchases that I talked about at the beginning of this video that is pretty unlike me. And that is the kind of purchase where I just make on a whim. So in 2022, I would say I probably just did a handful of these purchases. It's pretty unlike me because these are luxury items and I really need to consider them before I decide to take the plunge. But sometimes, especially when I'm on vacation, I don't know. You just are feeling good, you're relaxed, you're excited to be wherever you are, you want to do some shopping and treat yourself, and then you just, I don't know, buy something on a whim. That is true for this bag, but this bag made my top 10 list of best purchases of 2022, surprisingly, and that is from Louis Vuitton. It is my beautiful utility bag. So I love this bag and have used it so much. This is probably my most used bag of all of 2022, honestly, and it was a total surprise. I will put together a formal review of this bag because I have used it so much. I am able to do a very good review, the good and the bad. There definitely are some bad or unfavorable features to this bag, but honestly, my most used bag of 2022. And I think that's largely because of how casual it is and practical it is for my lifestyle, which is usually pretty casual when I'm off work. I did haul this in a trip to Hawaii, as I just talked about on vacation. I know that Louis Vuitton has pretty decent discounts in Hawaii, as I've talked about so many times, so that's what happened to me. I said, well, I'm here. It was my last day on vacation. I wasn't planning on buying anything that last day. But I said, all right, one more hit to Louis Vuitton. And I decided to pick this little beauty up. I'm glad I did because I think it's a little harder to find now, at least in the canvas versions at the boutique and online. I know it's a little easier to find the black leather version, but this one I just fell in love with. I love the look of this. So I will tell you a lot more about this bag in its formal review, so stay tuned for that. But I mean, this is just an amazing bag. It's super practical. As you can see, it has the canvas strap. It has this little pouch, which I don't honestly use much, but I just love the size of this. And you can wear it in so many ways because the strap is adjustable. And these are pretty functional pockets for me. And it actually holds a lot, surprisingly. So I actually love this and I love the look of it. I think it's a super cute little stylish bag that's a little different than a lot of other crossbody bags. So by far my most used bag of 2022 was a surprise, and it was this Louis Vuitton beautiful utility bag. All right, my next handbag is from Hermes, and this is my first Hermes handbag. In fact, still to this day, it's my only Hermes handbag that I have in my collection. But it was my first purchase from the boutique over a year ago almost now. So again, I've tried it out quite a bit this year, and definitely a love-hate relationship, I will say, but it had to make my top 10 list for 2022 because, again, it was my first and still only Hermes bag, so it's super special to me. I think it is a very practical bag in general, so I wanted to share with you guys, and you guys have seen her already, but it's my beautiful her bag. It's the Zip 31 Handbag, and the color of leather here, as somebody has asked before, is a bean, this dark brown leather, and this canvas here is in a taupe color. So I just love this combination when I saw it. These bags are a little harder to come by, honestly, in the boutique. So if you see one or one's available, I would really consider a bag like this, especially if you're more casual like I am. But I think this also can double as a little bit more of a professional looking bag. In fact, I have taken it to work on occasion. I do like how it's casual with the canvas, so it's not super dressy. And for this reason, and this fabrication, it's also a little bit lighter when you carry it and put your stuff in it. I do like how it has this shoulder strap too, and that's mostly how I carry it, as I'll just sling it over a long shoulder look. It does crossbody on me because I'm petite, but it is a little bit higher sitting on a crossbody for someone that will probably be taller. And it's not adjustable, just so you're curious, but I just sling this over my shoulder. It's super easy and convenient. The game changer on these bags, of course, is the zip part. That's why it's called the Handbags or Handbag zip. And I just put my phone and my card case in here. So you don't have to get into the main compartment of the bag to take out your essentials. So I just love that feature. The main con, as you'll hear about in my upcoming review, is that this is so hard to get into, the main compartment. And everybody's talked about this before, but it's really tough. And because it's so tough, I easily scratch this leather. So I have some major scratches. You probably even can see it from this far away. I will show you up close shots during the review video, but I have some major scratches. So for these reasons, I say I have a love-hate relationship with this bag. I love the style. I love the look of it. I love how it's my very first bag from this fashion house. So it's super special to me, but hard to get into and scratches easily. That's a little bit of a spoiler for my review video, but I will show you a lot of detail up close. But overall, definitely one of my favorites still, one of my more heavily used bags of last year as well. All right, so this brings me to my 10th and final item that I wanted to share with you guys in terms of my top 10 picks for luxury purchases from 2022. And this was a very special bag for me, and one that I also picked up in Hawaii. There is no discount from this fashion house in Hawaii, but you do save a decent amount of tax. But more importantly, I just wanted to get this particular color in this bag. So this, again, is going to be no surprise to you, but it's my beautiful Chanel 19. My all-time, I will say, most special purchase of last year. And a bag that I just was so thrilled that I was able to get in this color, because I thought I had missed out on it, honestly, when this first came out. So I did pick this up in Hawaii, so I did save a little on tax. There's no Hawaii discount at Chanel, but this is a beautiful bag. I mean, look at that stunning caramel color. I think it's called Camel, this colorway. So I am somewhat careful with this bag, obviously, because it's still relatively new and I absolutely love it. So if there's any chance of rain, I will not take it out. If there's any chance that I may have to swing by the park or handle sticky fingers, things like that, I generally try to steer clear of this bag. But if it's going shopping, going to lunch with friends, going out to dinner, I definitely have used this on a handful of occasions. And it's a very comfortable bag. It has the crossbody strap, which fits perfectly for me. And I love this little top handle as well. This back pocket, again, is just a game changer for me because my phone slips into this as well. This is in lambskin, which definitely shows some wear. There are a little bit of dents, including from the chain, as I will show you later on a formal review once I test it out more. But it is a very soft leather, and so far no major issues, I will say. I am a little worried about color transfer at some point, so I'm cautious about that, but by far my most favorite handbag purchase of 2022 is this gorgeous Chanel 19. All right, guys, so there you have it. I think that was 10 of my absolute favorite luxury purchases from 2022. I hope you had fun kind of reminiscing with me and thinking about each of these beautiful items and why I love them so much and why I purchased them as well. I will also mention that in case you're interested, I do have a Farfetch code that you are welcome to use down below. I did pick up my Rive Gauche tote from Farfetch, so certain designer or luxury items I found great deals on Farfetch, so definitely check out that code linked in the description box in case you're interested in making some of these purchases for yourself as well. This, of course, is in no way sponsored, but just wanted to pass that along because it's helped me out in the past many times. All right, well, I hope your 2023 has turned out to be an amazing year so far. I hope it brings us lots of joy and ability to spend more time with family, friends, and loved ones. I definitely also am excited to add to my luxury collection as well, and I will take you along the way with me this year as I do with my typical unboxings and reviews. Comment down below, let me know if there's any particular item or reviews or comparisons that you want me to talk more about on this channel. I always love talking about these types of things, and I really love interacting with you all as well. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!